हेलो हेलो हेलो। तो आज हम करने वाले हैं एसएससी सीजीएल हेल्ड ऑन 25 सितंबर शिफ्ट नंबर 2। स्टार्ट करते हैं। नॉर्थ ईस्ट डेवलपमेंट फॉर्म नॉर्थ ईस्ट डेवलपमेंट फॉर्म में 10 इम्पॉर्टेंट फोर्थ एंड गॉट 2 days आफ्टर। महाराष्ट्र 101 रिवर फ्रंट रेसिडेंसी। महाराष्ट्र आगे लाइट 411014। पुणे हाफ -6 -6 -6 -12। इसका स्क्वायर +2, इसका स्क्वायर +5, 16 +5, 36 +3, 25 +2। +2r, q = r and r is greater than equal to u. p is greater than p is greater than equal to q. p is greater than s. Either or, why either or? p is greater than s हो रहा ही है, इसको बाद में देखते हैं। Which roll number has only prime digit? Horse, tulsi, cat, dog. Make is 243 LKO. CLM E तो कहीं नहीं आ रहा। A 4523 4 और 5 M और A हो सकता है। M और A ये नहीं हो सकता। 4 और 5 तो नहीं आ सकता। 6 या 8 M या A। C कहीं है। 1298 8 भी कट गया। 6 आना चाहिए। L = 6 K 4 5 1298। ABCDEFGH क्या क्वेश्चन है? 2 का क्यूब, 3 का क्यूब, 4 का क्यूब, 5 का क्यूब। तो 190 36 744 है। 14 16 का क्यूब 6 6 6 plus 6 so is 30 6 to the 12 case of online fraud have increased rapidly introduce mandatory cyber awareness training remove all online payment methods ये क्या है all men are humans all men are humans some humans are women some men are women all women are human all men are humans some human are some M are N all N are O no O is P some M are O some M are O some N are not P some N are not P all N are not P ऐसे तो बोलेंगे some N are not P some N are not P तो all N are not P होना चाहिए तो इसमें थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन मार्क है मेरा 12th term 20 A B C छोड़ा D E F छोड़ा G H I छोड़ा J K L छोड़ा M N into 2 minus 2 into 2 minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 into 2 minus 2 plus 1 18 19 7 8 20 21 13 14 15 16 17 17 18 19 20 21 dog fish cat तो बर्ड कहाँ से आ रहा है बर्ड बर्ड कहाँ है पी क्यू आर और एस टी यू आना चाहिए पी क्यू आर एस टी यू इसमें पी क्यू आर वाई है एस नहीं है इसमें ये नहीं होगा पी क्यू आर चाहिए मैं पी क्यू आर और एस टी यू you are a judge and well known person in will is a you are a judge and a known person is being tried on in your court media pressure is high what should you go student was asked to find the sum of first 20 odd numbers his answer was 400 correct odd numbers sum of first odd numbers n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d minus 1 8754 there is a office of 8 companies Airtel, Amazon, Facebook, Infosys on 8 store building. At least two companies have office above Flipkart. At least two companies have office above a Flipkart. ठीक है. Neither Facebook nor Google Office has office adjacent to HCL. क्या Google और Facebook के साथ नहीं है? The office in Flipkart is 2 floors above that of Jio. The office of Airtel is on even number of floor. The office of HCL is on 7th floor. Office of HCL is on 7th floor and is not adjacent to office of Airtel. ठीक है, Airtel यहाँ नहीं आएगा, Airtel यहाँ नहीं आ सकता और यहाँ नहीं आ सकता. The office of Infosys is neither on even number floor nor in any prime number of floors. Even में भी नहीं है, prime में भी नहीं है, यहाँ पे भी नहीं आ सकता. किसका? Infosys का यहाँ पे भी नहीं आ सकता, prime में भी नहीं आ सकता, यहाँ तो आएगा नहीं, सिर्फ यहीं आ सकता है. Infosys CLGF. CL के बाद ना G आएगा ना F आएगा. ठीक है. There are only floor. There is only one floor between the office of Facebook and Google. तो उसने बोला at least neither Facebook nor Google has office adjacent to HCL. At least two companies have offices above Flipkart. At least two above the office of at least two companies have office above the office of Flipkart. There is only one floor between the office of Facebook and Google. यहाँ पे भी आ सकता है ना, FNJ और यहाँ नहीं आ सकता. Q equals to P is greater than equal to Q. P is greater than S. दोनों सही लग रहे हैं. At least two companies have office above the office of Flipkart. At least two companies have office above Flipkart. मतलब Flipkart के ऊपर कम से कम दो हैं, तो Flipkart यहाँ नहीं आ सकता, नहीं आ सकता है. पर Google और HCL के पास Google और Flipkart नहीं आ सकते. GFJ ये E1 में है. E1 कहीं पे भी आ सकता है. Neither Facebook nor Google has the office or adjacent to HCL. The office of Flipkart is 2 floors above Jio. The office of Airtel is on even number of floor. Airtel even number floor पे. The office of HCL is on. The office of HCL is on 7th floor and is not adjacent to the office of Airtel. तो of the office of Infosys के पास में, ठीक है, Airtel के पास नहीं आएगा. There is one between the office of Facebook and Google. I don't think so कि कुछ गड़बड़ है इसमें यही और तो दिमाग लग नहीं रहा मेरा. खत्म. Which of the following refers to the extent of which demand for a particular commodity decreases because others are also consuming the same commodity. Following refers to the extent of which demand of a particular commodity decreases. ऐसा भी होता है वेवलेन नहीं होता. Demonstrative bandwagon effect, snob effect. ये तो पढ़ा ही नहीं मैंने. How does satellite imagery help in mapping natural disasters in India? In which year did Babur defeat Ibrahim Lodi? Which government scheme aims to provide social security to work in unorganized sector? Aims to provide social security. A ball is thrown at the velocity of upward with NMS. Ignoring air resistance, what is the maximum height? Distance. आज से ज्यादा घिटेगा का. What is the architectural style of a predeterminedly defined the churches of Old Goa? Which of the following complexes is also called a light harvesting complex? Yeah, light harvesting complex. ATP synthesis, antenna complex, ribosome complex, ATP synthesis complex, splicosome complex. क्या ये क्या होता है? On how many separate occasions has India been the country to organize the Asian Games? I think twice. It thrice, twice. The Uniform Civil Code primary aim to establish uniform civil is the chairperson of National Commission of Minorities in 2025. Hassan Rizvi. Shoo, no idea. In which state is the dance of Padmavani? पांडवनी. पांडवनी. झारखंड छत्तीसगढ़ में से एक है. झारखंड. Ankleshwar, Kolol, Mason, Kosovo, and Mineral Organization in Maharashtra. I don't think so. It is in Maharashtra. It's in Andhra Pradesh. Mehsana district. Mehsana तो गुजरात में है. ये गलत हो गया. Mineral oil deposits have been found in Krishna Godavari basin. Yes. Original regarding the rural-urban linkage, which of the following statement is correct? Rural and urban regions are often in competition with each other. Rural and urban region are complementary to each other. ये ठीक है. Consider the following statement. At present, there are no active volcanoes in India. Angie, the main cause of volcanic eruption is the tectonic plates. Purnas, Suktas, collection of hymns, bundles होते हैं ना, सूत्रास. 5 प्लेयर होते हैं ना बास्केटबॉल में. What was the major provision introduced by the Pitch India Act 1784 concerning the Court of Directors? Allowed बोर्ड ऑफ कंट्रोल, जिनके पास कंट्रोल मिलिट्री का, इनके पास फालतू की चीजों के कंट्रोल था. They made them accountable to British civil slash military affairs. कोर्ट ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स तो ज़्यादातर शायद ट्रेड वेड के रिलेटेड था. Merged with board of control, it made the accountable for British in civil and military matters. थोड़ा सा अजीब क्वेश्चन है. Who is the author of the Ocean of Churn? मुझे नहीं पता. Indian Olympic Trophy is due to efforts of Noah and Buck. Renamed national games. Renamed as national games in 1940 after the 10th edition in Delhi. 1940 में कैसे कर देंगे जब भारत आज़ादी नहीं मिली. पता नहीं, क्वेश्चन अजीब है. Which All India service allotted state cadres but controlled jointly by center and state? Who was the prominent leader of during Quit India movement rebelling India for hoisting the flag at Kumarana? ये क्वेश्चन देना ही है इनको बाहर. The Grand Revolution is primarily effective in which region? First phase. ये न्यूज में था. इसको 2 महीने तो लगे थे कम से कम. उससे ज़्यादा भी लग सकते, 3-4 महीने भी लग सकते. 127, 365 और मुझे लग रहा है 127 होगा. अनइवन नंबर है काफ़ी. तो वन क्या प्रेसिडेंट है ना 123. हो गया आज तो जल्दी. Complex is also called a light harvesting complex. Light harvesting complex. ATP synthesis, light ribosomes प्रोटीन बना रहे. स्प्लाइसोसोम. स्प्लाइसोसोम और एंटीना में वो है प्रॉब्लम. Quits India Act 1784. They granted them authority to make laws for Indian state. यही लग रहा है मुझे, बाकी तो ये पे पता नहीं क्या क्वेश्चन है. सूक्ता, सूत्रा. हम्म, क्या हो सकता है? पूर्णास, गायत्री, अब मुझे ऐसे ये जो यू के ऊपर ये है, ये तो नहीं होगा। सुक्तास या पूर्णास? पूर्णा तो चैप्टर होगा शायद। ललपुरा, सैयद गयूरुल हसान रिजवी, सफर सरेश वाला। सबसे बड़ा नाम ये है। तुक्का मारता भी तो मैं इसमें मारता, पर मैं मारना नहीं चाह रहा अब इसमें तुक्का। बैंड वैगन, स्नॉब इफेक्ट, डिमॉन्स्ट्रेशन इफेक्ट। Decreases because others are also consuming it. कि मतलब बाकी सबके पास हो गया तो उसकी वैल्यू कम हो गई। बैंड वैगन तो मतलब घोड़ा गाड़ी होती है, ऐसे कुछ गाड़ी से रिलेटेड है ना। स्नॉब हो सकता है, स्नॉब लीजी। हाँ चलो इसको करते हैं, मैथ्स चालू करते हैं। हम्म, क्या क्वेश्चन देना? 2 years and 2000 in 3 years, a certain amounts to 1600 in 2 years and मतलब 400 बढ़ा एक साल में, 800 बढ़ेगा, 800। 3 year compound interest, compound 100, compound interest। P and Q and R work together, Q and R, फाइव 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 सिक्स 30 हो गया, 5 5 7 25 होना चाहिए। 4 4 16, 6 4 24, 4 4 16, 6 6 36 आना चाहिए। 5 + 8, 5 + 8, 10 + 4। क्या बकवास क्वेश्चन है ना। Donor deposit 8 lakh, interest of 10% stipulated if the interest is distributed in 3 annual awards. So if the second and third annual are 35 and 20, what is the first reward? Surface area of a cuboid. फोर्थ इज 12 टू द 24, 8 का मल्टीपल होना चाहिए. 6 plus 12 plus 8, 26, 13, 13, 12. Fours, a building has four square pyramid turrets. Each has a base of 4 and height is 6. If each needs 3 of volume of the structure to fill. ये हो ही नहीं रहे क्वेश्चन आज तो बिल्कुल भी पता नहीं क्या है. Pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 20, 30, 60, 100. 5 8 is 40, 5 8 is 40. What is the slope of the line representing the altitude AD? 152163. ये पूछा है स्लोप. uh, y2 minus y1. y2 minus y1, y2 minus y1, 1x2 minus x1, 1 by 2. साइड से हो सकता है. 3 root 4, 4 root 3, 4 minus 2 root 3 minus 3 root 3 equals to minus 1 minus root 3. Plus 3. The center. On the same side. Third subtend angle of sector at the center if the what is that? 35 point. The angle of sector and the center is 120. What is the area of the segment? 1 by 3 pi r square. Nine root 3. Six, 7 8 is a 56 40. 729 7921. क्यूब है ये क्या स्क्वायर है? पता नहीं क्या बकवास क्वेश्चन है ना इसे में. कोई नहीं क्वेश्चन आज. 4 है 1.5 टाइम्स ऑफ 5 से मल्टीप्लाई सारे हो रहे हैं. टीचर्स बेस 4 सेंटीमीटर 4 से 16 into 6 32, 32 into 5. Oof. In the blanks, the DAX structure of protein is essential for the functioning. The tertiary. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go for a song. Performed emotionally. Go for a song. Sold at high price. Sold very cheaply. एक गाने के लिए बिक गया. Not to mince matter. Speak delicately, to speak without hesitation of euphemism, to avoid detail international, to revise options often, not to mince matter. VIBRANT. An animal that feeds on plants and animals. Aristotelian well-being. Eudaimonia. Monia. Eudaimonia. An expression of grief or sorrow. Lament. एलिजी भी होगा, लेमेंट भी होगा. डिग्री का मतलब नहीं पता मुझे, कि एलिजी स्पीच हो गई डेथ के बाद सोरो में, उसके बारे में. And next year she dash completed her research. By the next year she will have completed. If the policy were to be implemented nationwide, it would necessitate that every regional office conducts a comprehensive audit within a period of 6 months. See, were to be, was to be, is to be implemented nationwide. It would be necessary. Is होगा यहाँ पे, वर तो नहीं आएगा. Tourist had taken many photographs. Many photographed had been taken. आ जाएगा बस. Had been. She placed the can of soup on her shelf. The investigation was believed to have been compromised by internal leaks. Was believed. She conversed the matter with me. The train was late because of the heavy rainfalls. Due to the rainfall, the train was late because of heavy rainfall. He asserted that the cryptographic protocol might have resisted the attack had entropy been truly random. He asserted. He asked, "Did you complete the homework?" He asked whether I had. A survey was conducted to gather feedback from the customer. The findings were analyzed to understand customer needs. The results were then shared to the development team. Based on the analysis, products enhancements were made. A strategy was developed. Market research was conducted to identify trends. To Aside from the research were used to finalize the strategy. As a strategy was cultural diversity consists of various variegated mosaic of human existence and ever evolving interplay of language, tradition, and philosophies and belief system that define collective and individual identities. Far from being a peripheral feature of global society, culture diversity operates as a fundamental axis upon which civilizational vitality and epistemic plurality rest. In essence, it encapsulates not merely difference, but the affirmations of multiple ways of knowing, being, and meaning making. In historical terms, civilization have flourished not in isolation, but at the confluence of diversity and cultural uh, streams. The synchronous observation in the Indo-Persian, Greco-Arabic, and Afro-Asian tradition exemplifies how intercultural fertilization catalyzes intellectual innovation and society cohesion. Rather than homogenize, these interactions yield a dialogical reconstruction of worldview, prove that cultural divergence can be curable for synthesis rather than conflict. At the philosophical level, cultural diversity interrogates the university of norms. It challenges ethnocentric assumptions embedded within domain paradigms by foregrounding the contextual nature of true mortality and aesthetics. When one engages with other cultures, the epistemological arrogance. Genuine cultural diversity necessitates declaration, utilization framework that recognize historical injustice and forecasting intercultural dialogue economically and creativity. She constitute underappreciated assets. Diverse workforce, for example, yield superiority problem solving outcome due to varied cognitive the configuration of culture, however, poses a paradox. While it amplifies visibility, it risks appropriation identity without accountability in an era of globalization. never often optimized for optimization tend to filter cultural experience through homogenizing lens, culture curating identity instead of cultivating them. Hence, persevering culture diversity is not a nostalgic endeavor but an existential imperative in the face of dignity, digital flattening, and neoliberal erasures. Now is not merely about tolerance or celebration, it is about sustaining the ontological multiplicity that renders the human condition richly uphold. It is to affirm that no single narrative, however dominant, can exhaust the spectrum of human multicultural. Performant multiculturalism. Society that safeguards cultural purity tends to nurture inclusive citizenship and resilience. Dialogical reconstitution of worldwide. The economic significance of cultural diversity lies to create ethnic inclusion tradition. Cultural diversity lies primarily in not to mind means matter. Without hesitation. ठीक है, एक्यूरेसी 90 से कम हो गई है, अभी कम। इसमें काम करना है। इसमें भी एक गलत हो गया, इसमें भी गलत हो गए, पर एक्चुअली आज मेरा एवरेजली 80 से ऊपर है सब। इंग्लिश में भी काफ़ी कम गलत हुए हैं, तभी मैं यहाँ पे पहुँचा। देख रहे 40 से ऊपर आए हैं मेरे 3 में, तभी मैं 160 ऑलमोस्ट पहुँचा, 159 पे। इकोनॉमिक्स में कोई क्वेश्चन, वो गिफलेन ग्रुप्स वगैरह भी नहीं। ट्राइंगल ज्योमेट्री, स्पोर्ट्स नहीं आया। वोकैबुलरी में मीन्स मैटर और वन वर्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन है, गलत हो गया। वर्बल एबिलिटी में परफॉर्म मल्टीकल्चरलिज्म एक अच्छा पैसेज में गलत हो गया। 10 गलत हुए हैं, इसको कम करना है। इसको मिनिमम 5, मैक्सिमम 5 करना है, मैक्सिमम 5। थोड़ा सा और आगे होता ना, मैं 160 161 हो जाता ना मेरा, तो यहाँ होता मैं। हम्म हम्म तो ये है हमारा आज का ग्राफ। वी आर बैक ऑन ट्रैक। और ये कोई नीचे ना आ जाए, क्योंकि जब भी मैं बोलता हूँ आई एम बैक ऑन ट्रैक, ठप, तो ऊपर जाना है। और कॉन्स्टेंटली वी हैव टू बीट दिस स्कोर 172, शायद 172.5 का मैक्सिमम स्कोर बीट करना है। उसके लिए हमको गलतियां बहुत कम करनी पड़ेगी, तभी हो पाएगा, वरना मुश्किल है। तो ये आज का ग्राफ। और ये आज का स्कोर, अच्छा स्कोर है, आई एम सेटिस्फाइड। पर गलतियां 10 हैं, इसको और कम करना है। तो मैं इसके बाद बाहर जाकर देखता हूँ क्या क्या गलतियां और उसको कैसे इम्प्रूव करना है। तो आज के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं अब कल। टाटा बाय बाय, सी यू।